Good afternoon, guys. So I'm doing a couple of videos today and I'm particularly excited about showing people this saw. This is my Stihl 031 AV. I've had 3 of these and this one has been my absolute favourite. One of the early ones. The later one I've had the addition of the quick stop chain brake. So they started making this saw back in 1971. Just grab a rack. And this one, I believe, came from a dear old collector who had a huge number of saws, so it's been with me for a while. Has the original, what we believe to be the original Duramatic solid nose bar with the proprietary stellite tip, and it's got fabulous symmetry on it. Has a brand new chain on it. Saw which has been in my collection just hanging up. I've never cut with this saw. It runs beautifully, so I'm going to show it starting and idling, and I will then do a little overview with the camera, take a couple of the covers off and show people around it. And so like I say, this one is the follow-on from the 030, which they made in 1970. That was a 45cc. The 31 was made in 71 on, and that's a 48cc. Then its bigger brother, which I have, the 032, I think they started making that in 78. And it's interesting as well, if you have a collection of these saws, you start to see the chassis change and become more rounded. So then if you go to something like the 028 or the 028 AV or Wood Boss, I think started in 78, 79, you'll see they've curved the chassis more and introduced more plastic, whereas this is all magnesium alloy, which I happen to love. Kill switch. So it throttles perfectly and it comes back to idle incredibly quickly. And okay, so I'll switch it off and I'll do a quick overview with the camera. So as I say, I've never cut with this saw, and depending on how close this was manufactured to 71 makes this, wow, nearly 50 years old, and it really is in amazing condition, which I'll just release a couple of covers and show people, and I'll also show a couple of things which I think that Stihl didn't improve upon when they moved away from this chassis, which I know the 028 is iconic, and I have 3 of them, and they are, yeah, they're a beautiful saw. So like the 028, when it started out in its AV form, was 43cc, so slightly smaller than this one. That. Okay, actually, as well, I'm going to remove the pull start because I really like the pull start housing design on this model of saw, like its smaller brother, in that you can just release 2 screws from the side cover housing, and the pull start assembly comes out complete. Has a brand new pull cord as well, which I tend to do on most of my saws anyway. And what I also love is is the simplicity of the adjustable oiler, something which, if you look at the latest saws, okay, like the 028 for instance, again, now I've mentioned it, it's a fixed oil flow, so you don't have the luxury of being able to ramp the oil flow up or down, so to speak. Okay, so the side cover, chain guide plate, rear nylon catcher is, obviously it's covered in oil, oil is working well, but is in perfect condition. Original felling spikes, absolutely no damage at all, just, you know, the odd marks on the paint, but absolutely beautiful condition. Rear air housing cover, a couple of new guide bar nuts. This is the Duramatic with the Stellite tip, which is in great condition. It's got a brand new chain. I think what's also interesting from Stihl on this particular model of chain, or bar, chain and bar combination, was this particular bar, the Duramatic, I think it's the Duramatic D, or is this the E? Okay, can't remember about that, sorry about that. The gauge of it is 1.6 mil, so it gave you an idea that was Stihl's intention for a very hard wearing semi-professional stroke professional saw. You know, through the thickness of the drive links is 1.6 mil, which they reserve really for the ones which are going to take and do a huge amount of work, hence the Stellite tip. Here's the little pull start housing. Fabulous, just to be able to release it with the 2 screws, and then if you break the cord, you're not pulling off the entire cover, which is fabulous. Side cover, handle, no damage again on the filling points. Exhaust in beautiful condition. Sprocket and clutch. I've also photographed for another dealer I took the exhaust off and have a picture of the piston, and it's unmarked, in beautiful condition. Okay, so just a quick overview. Obviously inner guide plate present. That little screw there is adjustable for the oil flow, so counterclockwise less, clockwise more flow. And other than, you know, scratches and paint missing, no brakes on the chassis. Okay guys, thanks for watching. So it's, like I say, it's going up on eBay. It's a vintage chainsaw. I have never cut with it. It throttles beautifully, revs to peak fast, comes back to idle really quickly, and it may need, if you're going to start to use to cut it again for wood, it may need resetting up for cutting in wood, but other than that there's no visible damage anywhere on the saw. And you know, I'm selling this as what it is a beautiful vintage classic chainsaw. Okay, any questions, please just ask. Anybody wants to see anything else on the saw, just let me know and I'll do my best to help. Thanks for watching.